Do you know that in JavaScript, if we have some values and we'll just give a double explanation before it, it will just convert the value to a boolean value. As we have this value, it will convert it to true, because but if we make it blank string, this is false value, so it is just converting that to false. But do you know how this works under the hood? So let's do a deep dive for this. So till this point we had covered till 2.10, and today we'll start with this 2.11, which is logical operators. So if we'll go inside logical operators, it is saying that in JavaScript we have four logical operators. One is OR operator, that is denoted by this two lines, and then we have a AND operator, that double ampersand you can see, and we have this NOT operator, and also we have this knowledge operator. So we'll start with this OR operator first. So how this OR operator works? Or the OR operator is represented with two vertical lines. These are the two vertical lines, right? So what happens is, in classical programming without JavaScript also, the logical OR means to manipulate boolean values only. If any of these arguments are true, then it returns true. So we'll see this truth table for this one, that will bring more clarity. So if we have two truths, right, that is true. So if in the expression we have any of the truthy values, then it will return true. See, we have a false value and we have a truthy value, false or true, still it is true because there is at least one true. Similarly, true and false will return true. But if you have two false values, it will return false. So in short, OR will return true if there is at least only true. It will start looking for a true value, and whenever it finds a true value or truthy value, it stops there. It doesn't check, for example, in this point. So in the first itself, it's found true. So it will not even check what is there after it. But the AND operator will see that is the other way, or the reverse of this one. We'll see that. Okay. So in JavaScript, this operator is a little bit trickier and more powerful. But first, let's see what happens with the boolean values. That this is the truth table we saw for the OR operator. If an operand is not boolean, it is converted to boolean for the evaluation, because here we have the boolean values. But what if in this case we have no boolean value? This is a number, this is a number, so it will convert this to boolean. So 1 is converted to true because it's a true value, and 0 is converted to false because it's a false value. And so it is similar to true and false. Similar to this statement, it will treat this one. So as we have the first only the true value, so it will not check inside it, so this if block will be a success. Yeah, so most of the time OR is used, or this OR operator is used within an if statement to test if any of the given condition is true. For example, so if you will see this if statement, we have OR condition inside it, so it will check if any of this part is true, then only this will get executed, and it starts checking from left to right and stops whenever it finds a true value. For example, in this case, our was 9, so now 9 is less than 10, right? So this will get true, and then this part will be skipped, it will not be checked. Okay. So when we pass more condition, also you can pass multiple condition, like you can have multiple or in an operator, in an expression, that is also fine. So it is saying the same thing, or finds the true the values. So this is the feature that is there in the other programming languages as well. So we'll now see what is the extra feature of this OR operator in JavaScript. So the first thing is getting the first true the values from the list of variable expressions. So this is something, as we learn that from it evaluates from left to right and it stops whenever it finds a true the value. So you can use that feature to get the, so let's say you want to find whether any of these variables, any of these values are available. Let's say you want to show something in UI. So if their first name is there, you want to show that one, or if last name, or if that one. So in this way you can just chain it like this one, so that it will be a, not a expensive operation. If this is there, then this part will be skipped, right? So this is a good way of writing code. Then short circuit evaluation. So what that is saying is, only this, let's see this one, instead of writing a if condition, if block, you can also write like this: if truth, then let's say this is if truth, so there is OR operator, and OR operator stops when there is a true. So it find a true the value or true, then it will not execute. If you have a use case, you want to show this dialog once this value is false or this expression is false, so you can write it like this instead of a if block. but usually this is not recommended, so you have to write it with a if, because that will be more readable, but this is a shorthand of doing that one. Then we'll come to the next part of it. So as we completed our operator, the next is AND operator. So we'll see the truth table for the AND operator first, so that will make more sense. So this is the truth table of the AND operator. What happens is, if both the values are true or truthy, then only it will be true, else false. So both were true, so this is true. If any of these is false, then this is getting false. You can say this is true and false, but we have a false. So the OR operator, it was looking for a truthy value and then it was stopping, but this starts looking for a falsy value and stops from there. For example, it saw a falsy value here, so it will stop here and return false. It will not execute this, but in this case it will execute everything. It will start looking for a falsy value. So just the basic rule, the OR operator starts looking for a truthy value, when finds then stops. The OR operator, right? Then AND operator starts looking for a falsy value, and when finds that, then stops there. So that's the thumb rule. So similarly, so execution is also same. For example, if we have this expression, so 1 is a true value, but 0 is a false value. If both are true, then it will be executed. So this alert will not be visible. And finds the first falsy value first. This is the thing we discussed. So it starts looking for the falsy value. So what it does, it evaluates operand from left to right. From left to right it starts. For each operand, for each thing, it converts to a boolean value. If the result is false, stops, because it starts looking for a falsy value. As I mentioned, it is the same thing only. In other word, and returns the first falsy value or the last value if none of them are found, right? So in this case, it went till the last value looking for a false value. As it doesn't find any, it returns this true, right? So that's it, and nothing much over here. So just to know a precedence of this one, so between and or precedence of and is higher than or operator. So if we have something like this expression, right, so and is has higher precision. So this will be evaluated first, then this will be evaluated first, then the result will be evaluated. So it is the same thing, this is the same thing as this one, because and has a higher precedence and this will be evaluated first. And it is saying that don't replace if with and or and operator. This we saw that we can write it like this one, right? This one, instead of this if, we can write it like this, but that is not recommended because it's not readable, right? Then we have covered the or and operator. Then we'll see the not operator. Not operator is very simple, nothing fancy there. So let's cover the not operator. The Boolean not operator is represented with an explanation sign. This one explanation sign is the not operator, and the syntax is also pretty simple. If you are using a not operator, we just before the value of the operand, you just have to add this explanation that will be treated as a not operator. So what it does, it converts the operator into a Boolean type, then returns it inverse value. So first this value, right? Let's say this one. So maybe let's take this example, that will make more sense. So we have this 0. So 0 will be converted to Boolean. And what is the equivalent? False. 0 is a false value. Then it will do the inverse of this one. What is the inverse of this one? False. This was false. Then the inverse of this one is true. So this returns true. Then true. It is already Boolean. It will just make the inverse of this one. This is the false, right? So we have a string. If we have something in some character in a string, then this is a truthy value. So this boolean is a truthy value, right? And then if we have one explanation, this truthy will be converted to what? False, right? Then we have another, so this false will be converted to true, so that's why true. So this is the shorthand also we use for anything to make it, to check if the boolean type of this one. But under the hood, the logic you got, right? The logic is still the same. It will just convert this to a boolean. Then it says we have one explanation. So this boolean value is true, truthy. Then it converted that to falsy. Then we have a falsy value now. So we have another not. So that will be converted true, right? Simple. That's it. The first not converts the. So this is the same thing that I explained to you. So that was all about this lecture of 2.1, 10 or 11 letters. And the next part will convert the knowledge separator in more detail. Thank you.